college football playoff stuff, and I had it on, and by the time I looked up, it was like 50-something to 17, and I was like, oh, nice. And I knew who wasn't playing and who was playing, and then I kept hearing in the background, Jaleel Bethea.
This is the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral.com.
I saw at least on the stats.
Yeah, 20-something points. And I'm like, okay, all right, there's something right there, but I don't really care what you do against UTSA. Like, whatever. I don't really care what you do against UTSA with Keaton Bristow, with Aiden Holloway, Collins is probably going to be out for like ever. Ugh. Good morning, Tuscaloosa. Good morning, Tuscaloosa. Internet world, West Alabama. How are we doing today on a Tuesday? It's the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central, BamaCentral.com. You guys are hanging out with us on the Bama Central YouTube channel, listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify. We hope you and yours are having a great day, getting closer and closer to Christmas Day. And whoa, one of my favorite days of the year. Mason, I spent yesterday evening cutting up the film that I posted today, just listening to classic Christmas carols, just listening to them. I just love it.
For me.
No? Oh, now only in the Christmas season,
Sure.
right? But just love it. Get in the shower and just vibe out, little Bing Crosby, like just lay older the better with the Christmas music. And so looking forward to the Christmas season. Hope you and yours are doing well. We're going to have a lot of fun with Mason Woods on a Tuesday on the Joe Gaither Show inside the Derek Daniels State Farm Studios. Call Derek for all of your insurance needs at 205-758-3391. And make sure you call Purple Turtle Roofing for all of your roofing needs. Make sure that you have the peace of mind that you deserve with Purple Turtle Roofing. You can call them at 877-787-6635. Make sure your roof is ready to have Santa land on that roof. Make sure your roof is ready to have Santa take off on your roof. What do you think is more impactful, Mason? The landing or the takeoff? Because the takeoff, you got to have the reindeer stomping, and the slide across the roof. But I mean, it does slide and stop, hard stop, right, with the landing. Call Purple Turtle Roofing, 877-787-6635. What do you think is more impactful?
I'm going to go landing.
Yeah, probably so, just because of the impact. But you never know. I mean, and I don't know. So call Purple Turtle Roofing before and after Christmas to make sure your roof is ready for what life has in store for you. Mini storms on the horizon, always on the horizon. And you want to make sure that you have the peace of mind in your own home by calling Purple Turtle Roofing at 877-787-6635. I'm going to reach out to Brax Garrison when we finish. Make sure that he can join us this week, probably tomorrow, maybe Thursday or Friday, but probably tomorrow. I'm sure he's got a lot of thoughts about this SEC championship game and Ty Simpson's performance as a former quarterback. But first, we're going to do that with Mason Woods. We're going to talk about the SEC title game. We'll play a voicemail from our friend Cam. He called back in. I appreciate everybody who's called in over the weekend, and Cam for calling back in again, sir. You guys can call in anytime, as many times as you want. You heard Dax yesterday going back to Dax filled up his 5 minutes and called back to get his final thoughts in. So if you it doesn't matter. This is not a traditional radio show where you can only call once a day or you can only call once per week or whatever. Hey man, we've already talked to you on the show. I don't care. Call as much as you want. 205-462-7340. Get your feelings out there. Talk about this Alabama football team. Talk about getting selected into the college football playoff. Talk about how you feel about going out to Norman. Talk about the college basketball season. Alabama is going to play the new number 1 Arizona this weekend. How do you feel about that? Will you be in the BJCC? 205-462-7340, extension 800 on any of those topics and more. Look, if you just want to talk about the weather, that's fine too. Obviously, we prefer Alabama football topics, but or really Alabama sports topics. But really, the voicemail line is there for you to get some things off your chest. 205-462-7340. We're going to hear from Cam here in just a minute. But first, we need to check in with Mason Woods, writing all things recruiting for the Walsh Writing Network on BamaCentral.com. Vanderbilt Commodores on SI, Missouri Tigers on SI, Boston College Eagles on SI. All the recruiting writing at MA_Woods on the Twitter machine. Good morning, Mason. How was your weekend and how are you?
The weekend was good. It was relatively slow.
Tighten up.
Yeah, the Titans did win this weekend. The Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward I mean, honestly, Shador outplayed him, so like it wasn't like I came away from the day super happy. You did get a win. You dropped from first overall pick to now the number 3 overall pick, and you are, as of the last update I've seen, relying on the Giants and the Raiders to now tie to hopefully put you back in the first spot. So things are not looking overly great. But yeah, Cam Ward played fine. He, it was a solid performance. Did his thing where there was a couple plays where he made really nice throws and guys dropped them. There was a lot of plays where he escaped pressure really nicely, only to then either run right into somebody else or make a nice throw again and someone drop it again. So yeah, it's up and down, but they did win, so I'll take that as a victory, I guess.
All right, so here we are with like 5 weeks left, 4 weeks left. And the college football season is basically over at this point. You got postseason at play. What is your feeling on what you want to do with that Titans draft pick? Number 1, number 3, number 5, in that range. Who are you all in? Like, you're not punting on Cam Ward. You're not punting on Cam Ward.
If you're 1, I'll take all of those picks that the Jets have acquired, and they can get up and get Fernando Mendoza if they want. That's fine with me.
Sure.
They've done a pretty good job of acquiring all those, I think, in an attempt to probably trade up to acquire a quarterback this draft. So we will, I'd like to be the recipient of some of those, but we'll see. I mean, if you fall to 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there, which I don't think they'll get all the way down to 5, but 3 is certainly in play. I mean, it's got to be Reuben Bain, right? It's got to be a difference on the defense, a difference maker on the defense. I think you're still looking for wide receivers. I feel pretty good about what you've gotten out of Kamari DK and Alec Iomanor this year, but I don't know that either of those guys are a true wide receiver 1. Calvin Ridley is never going to be that for this team. Apparently, he wasn't this year, even before he got hurt. So, I could see a receiver if you want to go get one there. Maybe the guy from Arizona State, I think, has been pretty high.
Jordan Tyson
to the Titans a decent amount, but I don't know that I feel as great about him that high. So maybe again, trade back if you can. I want them to trade back. I would trade back and get more picks because you need players.
Jeremy Bernard at the top of round 2.
That'd be fine. That'd be good. Just trade back and get more picks.
Jeremy,
if they're picking at the end of the first round and they've gotten like 7 new picks, I'm happy.
Okay. All right, great. So we'll see what the Titans end up doing, and Mason will talk about it sporadically on this show.
It's going to take a long time.
Not heavy. Yeah, not heavy on the show, but sporadically. We'll check in on the Titans. They're, I guess, who's closer? Are the Titans or the Falcons closer? Falcons are
closer.
About a half an hour. Yeah. About a half an hour closer. Yeah, because I think I was in Atlanta at about 2:40, 2:45, and I think I get to Nashville at about 3:15 or so.
They're sad too.
Well, there we go.
I don't know that Michael Penix is his knees. I don't know that they're long for the NFL.
Right? No, I mean, I hate to be that way, but he's just not going to be healthy enough to be a superstar.
This is what his 3rd or 4th ACL surgery.
3rd at least. One at Indiana.
It's not great for him.
Not good at all. But Titans win. Mason has a good weekend. Yeah, had a good day at Home Depot, maybe. Hopefully,
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, awesome.
Same old.
You got yourself a new little game to play. You're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Titans winning really did help get the gross taste out of my mouth from Saturday.
Oh, that's what we can move into. Go ahead. 28-7.
Yeah, that was disgusting. Really on every single front for Alabama. Now it was, I know the score was 28-7, but the defense, all things considered, still was not atrocious by any means. The offense just continually put them in horrible spots.
Yeah, spot them 2 daggum drives on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so it's not. I'm not really putting as much as on the defense. Obviously, I think a big thing, a big moniker of this defense is kind of that bend don't break, and they had the opportunities there in the red zone to hold them to field goals, and they didn't. But regardless, they were thrown to the wolves there by the offense, putting them in bad situations. So I think this is mostly on the offense. Special teams bad right from the start. You get the block punt, and then I don't remember. I think Katie tweeted it out. It was at the first block punt since 2023, she said.
Utah State got them, so whenever that game was, yeah.
Golly. So it's been a long time. So, I mean, it was a comedy of errors for Alabama in this game.
22, I think it was.
Yeah, just ugly. Just really, really ugly all around. Ty was bad. He wasn't the worst part of the game, worst part of Alabama's performance, I don't think, but he certainly was not a good part of it either. I know that, some callers gave me my props for my original take on Ty Simpson. And, I did walk that back a little bit as we got into the season, as he started to play well against bad teams. But here we are at the end of the regular season, and I think that my preseason take on Ty Simpson was correct. He is just an okay quarterback. He's fine. He's good. There's a lot of good quarterbacks out there. He just doesn't do anything elite. At least from what we've seen. And he is not put in great situations with a bad offensive line, with receivers that can't catch the ball, sure. But I just don't think that he is really what a lot of people tried to sell us on him being.
Yeah, people were hopeful that it would be Mac Jones, and we played what is he? Is he Mac Jones or is he Blake Barnett? And he's neither.
He fell somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, he's definitely neither. Mac Jones was, for as much criticism as I like to give him for driving a Ferrari, he drove that thing.
Sure.
He drove that thing.
He had full control of that Ferrari.
Yeah, it was a Ferrari, and it was a great offensive line and great running backs and great wide receivers, but he drove that thing. And I don't know that Ty Simpson's driving a Ferrari, but he's struggling to keep that thing on the road, whatever it is. There might be some fun parts to this Alabama offense, but he is, I think, struggling to keep it in between the white lines.
I know that I have kind of, joked a little bit over the last few.
But Blake Barnett just crashed it into a ditch.
He did, yeah. I mean, I don't even know that he knew how to get the car started. Ty Simpson, I genuinely think, has almost played bad enough to not go to the NFL this year. I mean, am I off base? I really don't think I am. I don't think that's out of the question at all at this point. You put 5 games of good tape, or 5-6 games of good tape out there, and then you put 5-6 games of pretty bad tape out there. So I don't know that what you have done this season will warrant anything like a first round draft trade. Now, there are desperate teams out there, sure, but I imagine Fernando Mendoza is locked in as your QB1 right now.
100%.
Dante Moore is going to get the chance to go out and play in these playoffs and show people why he should maybe be quarterback 2. And Ty Simpson is just going to fall further and further down the board here. We might be looking at a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, I think
you have to force Ty to transfer if you're Alabama.
Yeah, so you didn't listen yesterday, and that's okay. But I teased Ty Simpson to Oregon State.
That'd be fine.
Ty Simpson with Jamarcus Shepard, get his program started right there.
I saw some people talking about Austin Mack being the guy that's going to go land there, and
maybe.
It certainly could be. I think it will. I think it's not unlikely at all that it will be one of these 3 Alabama quarterbacks. I really think that we are dangerously close to the line where Ty's played bad enough that he won't be an NFL draft pick, and he will say, "We'll get I'm coming back, right? Let's run it back, Bama Nation." And that's a disaster.
Well, the problem with it right now is that the NFL they've fallen into a pattern with quarterbacks where if we're taking you with the top 15 picks, or we're not taking you to the 5th dadgum round, Shadir Sanders. Like, you're not having that many 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round quarterbacks anymore. And for Ty, I think there was a time where it was, am I going to take him over Fernando Mendoza? Yeah, I might. I really might. But like you said, the last 5 weeks have not really been very good, and some of that's been pass protection issues, and some of that might be just health related. But you're gonna be dinged up in the NFL pretty consistently. That's just the way it goes right there.
Chances are, if you're a quarterback getting drafted, you're probably going to not a great team. Also,
yeah, I mean,
even if it's a late round pick, like nobody's taking. A lot of good teams aren't taking flyers on quarterbacks because they don't need to.
Yeah, my child set the NFL record for sacks taken 2 years ago, up there in Chicago, and so I love him, and protect him and put him in a bubble wrap, but bad offensive line, and he also took a lot of sacks on himself. And I see Ty Simpson doing some of those things, not taking as many sacks on himself, but not always getting rid of the football in an efficient manner. And what I saw, so basically what I did overnight, it was review the 3rd downs, review the 3rd and 4th downs for Alabama because of the stark difference. Alabama went 13 of 19 of 3rd downs in September against Georgia. They were 3 of 14. I think they were 4 of 24 of 17 on 3rd and 4th downs the entire game. And so it was stark difference. And Alabama controlled the ball 36 minutes in September. Georgia controlled the ball 37 minutes on Saturday. And I was like, what's the big difference? And you had a huge mixture of, Georgia doing just playing just coverage roulette and blitzing and blitz package roulette up front.
Took a page out of the Oklahoma playbook.
A lot of it, yes, a lot of it was from that. And look, we talked yesterday about Gino Vandermark's struggles and Parker Brailsford's struggles. The pair of them kind of struggling, and Parker's ankle, meaning who do you play? Backup center? Do you play backup center Gino? And then now you're on your third guard. What do you do? And I don't know what you do. Do you just flip? Do you put Jaden Roberts in there at right guard? Do you use William Sanders at left guard? Like what do you do? Obviously, they didn't do the right thing, but you also combine that with drops.
Yeah.
You had several drops on third down where I thought Ryan Grubb did scheme up a play, particularly to some running backs that had some drops. You had Ty Simpson with about 3 or 4 inaccurate passes. Oh, I still have the list right here. Yeah. I have 5 inaccurate passes. I have 2 drops. I have two completions short of the sticks with not enough run after catch. I have 1 wrong interception, the 1 wrong decision, the interception. I have 1 sack. I have 1 pressure. Obviously, you got the pass interference. You've got 2 good passes, 1 to Ryan Williams, catch and run for 20 yards, 1 to Caleb Edwards. I have 1 screen pass to Jeremy Bernard. You schemed that open, ended up to be a touchdown. But by the way, nobody blocked on that play. Nobody blocked. It was Jeremy Bernard making the play. I don't think Gino Vandermark touched a single Georgia player in the second level the whole play. You had 1 scramble. Ty Simpson scrambled short, and then you had the screen pass throwback from Jeremy Bernard to Daniel Hill across the field, which was awesome to see. That actually did work. But like mostly it was 5 inaccurate passes and 2 drops. Bam, there's 7 third downs right there in the passing game that Ty could have controlled, that his wide receivers, that his running backs could have controlled. You have a couple of these that are short of the sticks. I mean, one was 3rd and 15. I don't really blame him on that because you're just getting the ball out and trying to see what Marshall Pritchard can do. The other one, you throw to Daniel Hill. You stared right at Daniel Hill's soul and threw it to him on a check down instead of on a clean pocket instead of hey, let's let this play develop. Ryan Williams is coming open across the middle. That would have been a first down. You have a sack that gets taken that Daniel Hill, when I watch this back, it's very clear that he's hurt. Kalen DeBoer after the game talked about him not being 100%, but gutting it out. He would not use the left side of his body in pass protection at all. It was all, I'm throwing my right shoulder into it. I'm not using my hands at all. So I don't know if it's a left hand, if it's a left shoulder, if it's a left elbow, whatever it is, if it's a strained, I have no idea. Something on the left side of his body is bothering him. And every single time he was in pass pro, he's throwing his right shoulder into a Georgia defender. Well, that doesn't work a couple of times. Right, exactly. And so, like, applaud you, Daniel Hill, for playing hurt, but, like, this just shows you how depleted the running back room is, and why didn't you just try Richard Young? I mean, Richard Young got in the game late and did some pass pro, didn't get a carry. Obviously, it's clear they don't trust A.K. Deer to do anything.
I think that's all it is. It's just you can't. There's very few running backs in that room that you can actually trust in pass protection.
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Here we are in December, and we talked about it in July about why is Jam getting all this praise? Oh, because he's the one who can pass protect the best.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Dre Washington is. Not that he's really been a factor all season, but you have to think that being a veteran guy that they brought in as a transfer, he would know how to pass block, but evidently not. It's just. The injuries, I mean, all over the place, Alabama, the injuries have really affected them a lot as we've gotten late into this season.
I don't know if they're taking care. I mean, I don't know anything about how they're taking care of their bodies, but you can, the natural assumption is that they're not doing a great job of it.
Yeah.
And I don't like, obviously some of this stuff is freak accidents and some of the stuff is in-game injuries. I understand that, but just like the natural, and I try to fight what I feel and just rely on the actual information. But what I feel is that, are they taking care of themselves? I don't have any information to push me one way or the other to say yes they are or no they're not. So like I'm stuck in my feelings of, man, are they actually taking care of themselves?
I don't know. Something's been off about this team for, I mean, I guess really you could say the entire season because it goes back to week 1, that loss against Florida State. And I get that you righted the ship a little bit, but as I said earlier, like, weeks 2 through 6, you didn't really play a lot of great teams. I know you got the win against Georgia, but like other than that, I mean, Wisconsin, you had ULM in there. You had, it wasn't like you were playing the best of the best in the country.
You played Vanderbilt, 10-2.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
We belong in the playoffs, Vandy.
South Carolina, right? Well, that was a little later, maybe.
Yeah, you go Georgia, Vandy, Missouri, Tennessee,
right.
South Carolina, LSU.
Yeah, Missouri, Tennessee finished the season not great. Ended up not being the best team. I mean, they were fine, but
yeah, Missouri and Tennessee couldn't beat a ranked opponent.
Basically, that stretch of Mizzou, Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU wound up not being nearly as strong as we all thought it was going to be going in.
Yeah,
and they, I think, winning those games tricked everybody a bit into thinking, oh, this team is really, really good. I mean, you even heard like Saban say on the selection show, I don't know if you watched it, but talking about, well, you look at Alabama, they've got one of the best stretches of any team in the country. And it's like, do they though? Even when we're looking at it now, is that one of the best stretches of any team in the country?
It still is because all these schedules are so imbalanced.
Yeah, I guess so.
It still is because Notre Dame's playing Navy, Arkansas Tech. They're playing Nobody University.
But I guess the point is, I guess, that
somebody state.
You played teams that we thought were going to be contenders going into the season, wound up not being contenders and going as we progressed through the season. And I think beating those teams tricked us into all thinking this team was better than it is.
Well, Bo Pribble broke his leg for Missouri. Tennessee's back end of the defense was not good. Tennessee already firing their defensive coordinator this week. You see Tim Banks got fired. He got fired. They're going to end up trying to get defensive backs coach for Georgia that was here. Travaris Robinson, is that right? Is that his name? Yeah, it is his name. Just making sure I'm saying the right name. Yeah. He was here, associate defensive coordinator, and people were messing around. Is he calling plays or is Steele calling plays? Who's calling plays? And then he was going to stay on staff, wasn't going to stay on staff, was going to stay on staff, and now he's at Georgia the last 2 years. That seems to be the hot name for Tennessee.
Probably be a good pick. I think this team just
they didn't have their best. Jamon McCoy didn't play all year.
Yeah, this team just tricked us into believing that they were good. This is a fine football team. I mean, this is a good football team. It's not a great football team. It's not an elite football team.
I'll go there. I'll say that
it's a good team.
I'll go up to good.
I don't think that they're deserving of being in the college football playoff. I don't want to watch them in the playoff. They're going to go get slaughtered by Oklahoma and California. Yes, they will. They will get shut out in that game.
No,
they might. They very likely could get shut out in that game. They're playing a better defense than they played this last week.
And they got 14 days to get healthier.
That ain't going to change.
14 days
Nathan
to get
Thomas, he's going to sack Ty 5 times.
14 days to get Cam Dewberry back in action. Anything. 14 days to get Jam Miller back in action.
It's not going to change
14
much.
Days to get Kevin Riley back in action.
It's not going to change
14
much.
days to get Josh Cuevas back in action.
That could help a little. Oklahoma, you're going to lose this game 21-3.
No, you're going to go
Mark
out there.
Words.
It's going to be the same score. Wasn't that the score last year out there?
Maybe. That's what it's going to look like.
Well, that's the irony here. It's that you're going back to where the season ended last season. Alabama, Oklahoma. Was it 23, 2024? 24-3. 24-3. Yeah,
that's right. How this one's going to look.
No, you're going to get to. First off, how's Oklahoma scoring 24 points? They only scored one offensive touchdown against us.
They'll score on the defense. They did it last time.
Yeah, well, just don't throw the football to him, Ty. Take that sack.
Ty obviously can't do that.
Just take that sack instead of throwing a pick six.
He'll fumble.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama, they're going to lose this game 21-3. I'll mark it now. That's my score prediction. That I'll hold it until we get to the day before the game.
Wow. All right. Well, that's fine.
I have zero confidence in this football team.
Zero
to beat that Oklahoma team. They match up. That is such an awful matchup for Alabama right now. A quarterback that can run, a really fast wide receiver in Isaiah Satania, an elite defense with premium edge rushers, really good interior defenders, good linebackers. Secondary might have a question mark, sure. Not like Ty can take advantage of a questionable secondary anyway. This is a horrible matchup for Alabama. And you give Brent Venables 14 days to craft the defensive plan, it's over.
He's had more
over. He don't stand a chance.
He's taking that notebook off the shelf. And what we do?
Yes, it is so. It's never been more over. Like it is so over.
There's so I got offered. Hey, do you want to travel to the Oklahoma game or do you want to travel to the possible Rose Bowl game? And I said, Let me choose the Oklahoma game just just on the chance that if Alabama loses, I at least see one playoff game. Because I mean, the Rose Bowl. I've never been to the Rose Bowl. I was like really tempted to.
They're not going to make it.
I was really tempted to.
Too bad they won't be there.
Oh, I think I want to go to the Rose Bowl. I think it'd be fun. New Year's Day in California.
You'd be watching Oklahoma. I just this team is not. They're not great. They shouldn't have been in the playoff at all.
Will any underdog win in the first round then? Because Miami at Texas A&M, which by the way, I think that is sick irony as well. Notre Dame, you're out. Why don't you watch the two teams that beat you right there in the first round? I love and like people have been talking to me about, why didn't Alabama drop and why didn't this happen? And I think, okay, you should have probably dropped them to 10. You should have, but you couldn't justify the Miami jump from what 13 to 9, right? And then you also get the chance to throw together two marquee games of Alabama rematch. Oh, Notre Dame's two victims, or two teams that they lost to.
Those Notre Dame fans are going to hate watch that.
Oh yes, they are. They're going to hope that I hope they all get hurt. Yeah. I hope they played 12 overtimes and I
think you got a chance for an upset in that one. Let's see. Oregon's not going to lose.
Yeah, Oregon's going to beat their brains.
Oregon isn't going to. I don't even. What is this point spread for that game? It's got to be 3 touchdowns.
I think I saw it was 24 the other day. Like, what are we doing here, Mason? What are we doing? I spent a long time talking about the college football playoffs, like the Group of 5 yesterday. So if you want to have a chance at it,
I mean, it's just we all knew that we knew.
Theo was all about it. Theo was all about having these has-beens never was.
Look, if you want to Oregon, be about that, that's fine. But you then cannot say that you want the 12 best teams in the playoff because those aren't the same. Tulane and JMU are not 2 of the 12 best teams in the country. Objectively speaking, we have watched them play football all year. We know who JMU has played. We know who they lost to. We know who Tulane played. We know who they lost to and how they lost to them. Like they're just not. I love that Notre Dame got left out just because I don't like Notre Dame and I think it's funny to watch their fans squirm. But they should have been in over one of those 2 teams. I know that the rules don't quite. It wasn't like that wasn't the decision there. It was Notre Dame or Miami, but like you can't say that we have the 12 best teams when it's. But as long as they reach these qualifications, whatever. I think Texas A&M is probably your only chance at a first round upset, though.
Oregon minus 21.5, Ole Miss minus 17.5, A&M minus 4.5, Oklahoma. Vegas knows something. Minus 1.5.
They know that Oklahoma's offense is terrible.
Yeah, and they know the Bama gamblers are going to gamble on Bama.
Yeah, because they're, not the brightest bunch.
No.
Blind confidence.
The spread opened Alabama 1.5. It's flipped already the other way.
I would imagine that gets up to 3.5, 4.5 for Oklahoma by game time.
I think Alabama's going to win that game.
I don't think they are.
I think they're going to.
They're going to win that game.
I think they're going to not turn the football over.
I think they are going to turn the football over, probably multiple times.
They might win it 10-3. They might win it. They might win it 16 to. They might win it 16-6. I bet you they win it something ugly like that. Something to where.
No, I don't think so.
Something really disgusting. Like
I think they lose it like that.
We won, but didn't get. We only got in the end zone one time.
I think they lose to Oklahoma, and then Oklahoma goes and plays Indiana and gets the doors blown off.
7 plus 9, and right is 16. Right, you 1 touchdown, 3 field goals.
No, I don't see
and
it.
Tate Sandell booms 3 field goals. 16-9, you won.
Maybe 9-6. Oklahoma wins. Just a field goal fest. Connor Talty misses the game. The tying field goal could have sent you to overtime.
9-12.
I mean, look, I'm
9-12.
I'm being funny, but like this is genuinely how I feel about this Alabama team. Though, like there is not a shred of confidence in me that they can beat Oklahoma in this game.
Not even with 14 days of health.
Does not change my opinion.
The boys
whatsoever.
Does this help or hurt? The boys aren't practicing yesterday, aren't practicing today, and aren't practicing tomorrow.
It does not make me feel
all for 3 days.
Any better.
They're all in hospital beds. They're all in Bacta tanks.
Yeah, and they need them in like those fake med bed things where you just lay down and it heals you. No, this team they do nothing that gives me confidence in them. That game against Georgia, that showed us who they are at this point in the season.
Missed opportunities left and right, though. There was actually like the look.
But it's been that all season. It's not like, oh, you had this one bad game. It's been this for 6 weeks. Ty has missed opportunities for 6 weeks. The offensive line has not been able to block for 6 weeks. You haven't been able to run the ball for 13 weeks.
Yeah,
like it's just like I don't. This team is not what we thought they could be.
Defense still elite, though.
Yeah.
Bray Hubbard, pick 6. You're in the end zone. You're up on Oklahoma.
It's not going to happen.
Yanzi Pierre, sack fumble.
It ain't going to happen.
Oklahoma's offense isn't that great either.
Sure. But their defense is way better than yours.
Way better?
I think it's way better. Alabama's defense is good. Oklahoma's is elite.
Yeah, Oklahoma's is...
Like if that's S tier, Bama is like high B tier.
Okay, all right, that's fine. And I do, and I love you, Kane, but I do really think that Brent Venables is like
puts you in a
top 2. I think he's like top 2 defensive coordinators in the country.
Yes, he made you look like a fool in that game.
He was all, and Georgia stole their game plan in a lot.
They did.
They didn't do it the whole game.
But they took a lot of what worked and they said, we'll do exactly the same thing.
That stinking 4-man overload blitz with the one guy coming off the other side. And it's like, hey, Caden Proctor and right guard, you guys can block the one guy. It's cool. Y'all can all focus on this one guy. These 4 guys are going to come after Wilkin, Michael Carroll, whatever running back you have. Maybe Parker helps them. Maybe there's a tight end that chips. Like, it's going to be 4 guys feasting against the right hand side of the line. Oh gosh, George. The one time that they flipped it the other way to where it was the 4 guys coming off the Caden Proctor side was the screen pass to Jeremy Bernard, and everybody released, and like that's one of the most embarrassing touchdowns to me for Alabama. Like, yes, you scored, but watch it again. Isaiah Horton like jogs out and doesn't, and you can see it in my text in my tweet thread, right? Isaiah Horton jogs out, doesn't block anybody on the right hand side. Parker Brailsford and Gino Vandermark they hit somebody and then release out. Well, Parker like does go look for work, but Parker steps on Gino Vandermark's ankle and then gets to the free safety. Gino just jogs straight ahead, doesn't find anywhere. I don't think touches a single second level Georgia defender. At least Wilkin Formby gets his hands on C.J. Allen a little bit and forces him, edges him out of the play. C.J. Allen falls. Like, okay, great job, Wilkin. Like, thank you for being the only lineman out there that does something. Michael Carroll was basically holding the edge to let Ty Simpson make the throw. It was basically Jeremy pass. Oh, I'm going to use the referee as a pick and then find my way back out to the right-hand side. And Isaiah Horton is like standing there like, oh, sweet. Yes, we're going to score. And it's like, dude, no thanks to you. You touched no one. And just, I don't really know that the offense is very well coached as a whole. I don't know that the attention to details is where it needs to be championship level. I think that when you might be able to, I do think you can beat Oklahoma.
I think the scheme is there for the offense.
Yeah, but the details are just not.
Yes, it's like when we get to practice, I don't know that they're hammering on them. Hey, you have to do this exactly right or it won't work. Like, I don't know. Like, it's the plays are there. They just don't make them. If you know what I'm saying? Like, the play is there. It's just the execution is never there. And I guess that is a coaching thing at the end of the day. And that's probably why Ryan Grubb decided to bounce for the NFL last season, because he knew he wouldn't have to put up with that kind of stuff. And maybe he does it again. I don't know. But I think that's the lure of the NFL to a lot of these guys were like, if you get to that league, you don't have to worry about those kind of things with your players. They're professionals. They get to, it's basically a scheme thing. And I think Alabama can out-scheme a lot of people, but they don't execute those schemes well.
Good transition. Cam Metzger chiming in on the comments. I agree with that score. I'm guessing you're 21-3. Offense is terrible. Let's go out to the voicemail line and hear Cam's voicemail. 205-462-7340. You can call the voicemail line. Join Cam. Let us know your thoughts. Here's what Cam Metzger had to say.
Guys, Cam here. Well, boys, we made it made it by the skin of our teeth, but we made it. Get another shot at Oklahoma. It's going to be a tough one, obviously, because they seem like to have our number as of late. But my take on Ty being benched during the game, I don't think that was would have been a good decision either way. It would have made us look bad in the selection process, benching your starter. I think Kalen DeBoer played his cards right, keeping him in. Ty has just not been seeing the field right these last few weeks. Just been off. And I don't see if it's, such a bad idea to get, Keelan Russell and Austin Mack some extra reps with the ones this time off, because at that point in time during the game, if Ty's still struggling and can't see the field, and that's our last game of the season anyway if we can't move the ball. So, would it be a bad decision to put one of them in or try them both? I don't know. At that point in time, I thought you'll have to do whatever it takes to win the game. And if Ty's not doing it, then it's time to look somewhere else. But like you said, I'm still excited, looking forward to our rematch with Oklahoma. And I'm hoping Ty will snap out of it and, play like the player we know he can. But enjoying the show as always. Roll Tide, boys.
You man, Cam. I appreciate your call. I appreciate you chiming in on the voicemail line, always watching and listening and being a part of the show. Whenever I think about Keelan Russell and Austin Mack, I think about was it Mandalorian, where the guy goes, "I would like to see the baby." That's what I think. I think I would like to see the baby, please. Yes. Let's see.
Cameron makes a great point. Like this is a perfect opportunity. You've been throwing the 14 days at me about like getting healthy and stuff, but it's like I think it's more about seeing what you have in these other quarterbacks potentially, because you know what you got in Ty Simpson at this point. Now, you alluded to he may be battling some, nicks and bruises and things, and sure, that may be contributing to why he's not played as well. But I think you have this chance to just sprinkle some extra reps in and just say, hey, Ty, take you a breather. Get out there, Austin. Get out there, Keelan. Let's see what you got with the ones that for the next 30 minutes or whatever it is. Like, just get them a little comfortable and just get the vibe out there that, hey, this could happen. Ty, they're closer than you think, buddy. That might change some things.
I would like to see the baby.
I want to see. Just show me one of them. I don't care who it is. Right. I just want to see one of them play.
Right.
Personally, I'd like to see Austin Mack, but I really don't care that much.
At this point, it's just like hit the button for one of them, because
you got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Cameron's exactly right. It's the last game of the year. You got nothing to lose. If you're not going to beat Oklahoma anyway, throw one of them out there. Maybe that keeps them from transferring. Who knows? If Ty comes back.
I just wonder if there's a sense of like fearlessness, and maybe not fearlessness, but maybe naivete, that you don't know that you should be scared that R. Mason Thomas is coming around. So you're just going to hang in the pocket and sling that thing. Because I think there's a little bit of like through the Georgia game, you can see the interception's a perfect example, right? All right, so Georgia looks like they're in cover zero. They're rushing 6 before the snap, and so you're like, all right, okay, I got in my head what I want to do. At the snap, they drop into cover 3, or excuse me, cover 2, inverted cover 2. The corners drop out, and basically they play inverted cover 2, and they rush 4, and so the front side of the pass pattern is jammed up. It's all jammed up. Everybody, you get a post, you get a flag, you get a flat route. Everybody gets basically run into coverage. And so you're looking backside to Jeremy Bernard on a dig, and if you're on time, I mean, the window's tiny anyways. But if you're on time, you could make that throw.
And, that's kind of what separates an elite quarterback from Ty Simpson.
Sure. He's late, and behind him, ball gets tipped, it's intercepted. If you hang in there another second, you've got a tight end who's checking in and releasing that, does he get the first down anyways? It's 3rd and like 10 or whatever. Yeah. Maybe not. But you get a 4-yard reception that might turn into 8, that might turn into 10, that might just be a 4-yard reception, but you stay on the field, you're kicking a field goal, and you're not giving Georgia a short field. Also, same deal. You've got, I don't know which play it was, but I know I saw it on my tape. It was still early in the game where Ty is late getting to Daniel Hill on a check down. And so the next play, he just goes right down to the check down. And so it's like, I think that he just has off sense of timing. And late in the game, we talked about it, the 3rd and 4 that Daniel Hill just barely stepped out of bounds and would have been a first down, but he broke a tackle, heel out of bounds. He looked straight at Daniel Hill, who's running a flat route, who is likely just the straight up check down. He doesn't even look at anybody else. Well, buddy, it's a clean pocket that time. Like, the offensive line didn't play as bad as we thought, at least on 3rd downs, maybe in other downs, but on 3rd and 4th downs, that's all I really focused on in my article and on my time last night and this morning. On 3rd and 4th down, the offensive line didn't play as bad as I thought. Gino missed some slide protections, missed some wrappers and some loopers, like maybe 2 or 3 times, and obviously Daniel Hill didn't pass pro very well. But like, mostly they played okay.
Yeah.
On the Daniel Hill, heel out of bounds play, he's got a clean pocket. And my man has Ryan Williams on his right going basically just an in cut. And he's basically throwing the football as Ryan is breaking open. You don't even let the play develop. Yeah. You don't even let the play give a chance to, because could Daniel Hill stay in bounds and get up the sideline? Sure, but he broke a tackle to get that play. I mean, Ja'Cory Thomas smacked him and popped him off his rocker, and he tried to catch himself and get up there. Like, one, good job Daniel Hill not actually getting tackled, but just schematically, the safety was right there to make the tackle short of the line of the game when you had an end cut that was 8 yards down the field. Like, I'm not asking you to throw super bombs down the field.
No,
like, just hang in there and let things develop. And I just think his sense of timing is a little bit. And I wonder if a guy like Keelan, a guy like Austin Mack can just be like, I don't know that I should be scared yet. I don't know that I should be, oh crap, CJ Allen bearing down on me. My back already hurts. I got to get rid of this thing, and maybe you can just reset the offense's timing a little bit with a quarterback change in 2 weeks. I wouldn't have changed last Saturday. No. Because of exactly what Cam said. You show the committee, oh man, we're really reeling. We're really reeling. And when I rewatched it, it was 28-7, but man, it was closer than that to me. It was closer than that, where, I mean, we talked about it before we started, the play 3rd and 2, Ty scrambles, he only gets a yard. Well, if you keep your dadgum eyes up and you hit Ryan Williams on a 7-yard, because Ryan adjusted his route. He was covered at first. He was. They did little crossers. Georgia picked up the crossers very, very well. Georgia was impressive all night in coverage. But as Ty started to move, Ryan stopped as the crosser and started going right back the other way to mirror him. And, buddy, you keep your eyes up. You need to know where 2 is at all times. Whether you love him or not, you need to know where he is at all times, Ty. And he stops his route and starts crossing back with you. And, buddy, if you just hit that, there is green grass all in front of you. Yeah, there's some safeties deep, but I'm betting on 2. I'm with a lot of space.
We've seen what happens when he gets into wide open space before, especially against Georgia.
And you got 6 minutes on the clock there. You score, you take it 28-14. Who knows what happens the rest of it? And so it's just like little things. The play right before the interception. You have Isaiah Horton on a deep outcut that Ty does actually read well, good protection, delivers a good ball. Isaiah Horton, flat dropped. Like, you would have had a 20-yard play. You would have had a 20-yard play. You'd be moving. You're right outside the red zone. Everything's fine. Like, the margins are right there. Yes, Georgia out-physicaled you up front on both sides of the ball, really.
Yeah.
But Georgia didn't do anything fancy. I think that if you make a few plays on offense, like, you're right there in that game.
Yeah, I mean, a few of those plays go your way. My opinion of this team is probably drastically different than it is right now. That showing did not give me any confidence. But if you leave that game 28-24 and you fought right up until the end, I'm feeling okay. Not the case, though.
Maybe this gives Oklahoma a false sense of confidence.
Maybe. I think I don't think anything about their confidence in going into this game is false.
Oklahoma,
at least it shouldn't be.
Goes sweeping on the plains.
Our Mason Thomas is waking up in the morning and brushing his teeth, staring at a picture of Caden Proctor, just like, I am going to murder that man.
Did you hear that, Caden? I hope you did. Not that Mason said anything bad about you.
He's about to make him a 4th round pick.
All they got to do is play the replay of them stomping on the logo after the win. I mean, you had that little lady be like, "Get off the logo, have some respect," or whatever she said.
I'm so over protecting the logo. The Michigan doing it in the Ohio State game, that was like the saddest thing ever. Look, if you get beat on your home field, man, sorry, turf team, y'all gonna have to fix the field. Like, we should have won. I don't know what to tell you. It's never a good look.
No, just go on into the locker room.
Sad.
Let them plant their flag.
Yeah, let them do what they're
cares?
gonna do.
Yep,
We can fix it.
Game's over.
Yeah,
you had the 60 minutes to fight them if you wanted to fight them.
there we go. Exactly.
Oh, goodness. All right, so let's keep going here. We want to tell you we're proudly presented by Purple Turtle Roofing. At Purple Turtle Roofing, we believe our work is more than roofing. It's about service, stewardship, and sheltering what matters most. That's you. Our name may be unique, but it's deeply rooted in purpose and faith. The color purple, symbolizing Christ and royalty, reflects our founder's personal belief in striving for excellence, honoring a higher calling that all that we do. The turtle represents something that began as a simple idea, but quickly became a powerful strength, a symbol of strength, endurance, and divine guidance. We appreciate Purple Turtle for sponsoring the program. They specialize in residential roofing, commercial roofing, emergency storm repairs, full-on roof replacement, insurance claim support, and more. You can call them today at 877-787-6635 for a free roof inspection. You got a trouble spot on your roof? You feeling like you might have a leak in your home? You want to just make sure you have that peace of mind? Call them at 877-787-6635. You deserve that peace of mind, and they'll come give it to you. Brax Garrison and his teammates will be out there ASAP. It doesn't have to just be right here in West Alabama. You can be all over the state and in the Southeast. 877-787-6635. Purple Turtle Roofing. Roofing with heart, built to last. All right, Mason, what do you want to take this with? We got 45 minutes into the program. You want to take this into special teams issue? Do you want to continue on SEC to SEC championship game? Do you want to go just look at the college football playoff bracket? Do you want to have some thoughts on if they got it right, who they left out, the formatting, the proposed changes? Notre Dame working themselves into the contract next year. That's a wild one right there. If they are in the top 12, they're automatically in next year. So sorry, Miami, you would have been bumped out. It's free reign, Mason's choice. Tennessee Titans, whatever you feel like.
Yeah, man, there's a lot.
Basketball playing number 1 Arizona this weekend.
It's gonna be a tough one.
Ugh.
It's gonna be another. I mean, another
get them all healthy.
Yet another litmus test for this basketball team to kind of see where they stand.
Let's get healthy and let's see what we got.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that team. College football playoff. I mean, I already touched on it. Just seeing James Madison and Tulane playing in this tournament is going to be ridiculous. They're going to both. Now, look, if we come back here on December 20th or whatever the day is, after the first round games, and I am, JMU has miraculously defeated Oregon, or
zero chance.
I will eat my crow. I will throw, sprinkle some sugar on it, and I'll have a grand old time doing it.
Zero
but
chance.
Just no shot that's happening.
I told Theo, I said, buddy, you're saying this, you have to sit down and watch both of those games.
Exactly.
You can't miss a single snap. When it's 45-10 in Oxford again,
better watch it.
You better, because this is your game, right?
Roll wave. It's just, I mean, it's all money. Money ruined the seeding process. All of these conferences wanted to get their guarantees in by, we want to ensure that we have this, because if we don't, we could miss out on maybe making. It's like, It never has, and I don't think it ever will be, about actually getting the 12 best teams in the college football playoff, unless there is a drastic change of the format of scheduling, the way that divisions are handled within conferences, the way that conferences are aligned in general. Like, there are so many things that have to happen for that to, like, you have to move towards an NFL model. You are at that stage now where if you want to implement a larger and larger playoff format, you've got to look at other leagues that do it right and follow what they do. And for some reason, they have just refused to do that. And I don't really understand why. And I guess it is just money, but it's insane. We got to get divisions back. We got to get these conferences cut down a little bit if we can. And then from there, we can maybe start scheduling more fairly, and we can actually have a good assessment of which team is better than the other.
I definitely wish, I definitely wish that you've got a huge issue with the conferences. The schedule imbalance has created the controversy that you're dealing with today, because
you can't objectively compare two teams, really. It's impossible almost because the schedules are so different week to week, game to game, team to team, whatever it is.
Texas A&M didn't play the same schedule as Alabama, Ole Miss, or Georgia, or Oklahoma in their own damn conference.
Yeah.
That's messed up. That's really messed up. And that to me is the biggest issue in college football right now. And like, I do think that the SEC took a good step in alleviating a little bit of that by adding a ninth conference game, because you now have a little bit more balance. You've got your 3 permanent opponents. You play the other 6, then the next year you flip to the opposite 6, and then back to the original 6. And like, so over a course of 4 years, you're playing a pretty balanced schedule, I think. And so like that ninth game, like what might that ninth game have been for Texas A&M? Obviously, they played at the bottom end of the conference. They played Arkansas. They played South Carolina. They played Mississippi State, right? Didn't they? They played them all. Yeah, they played Mississippi State. They didn't get to Kentucky. They played Auburn. They played Florida. Like, their ninth game could have been Kentucky, but it also could have been Ole Miss, or it could have been Georgia, Alabama, to Oklahoma. It could have been Vanderbilt. Like, like that ninth game's going to inject a little bit more balance to this SEC schedule.
Just give me 4 divisions in the SEC. Give me an AFC North, South, East, and whatever you want to label. I don't even care. SEC 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can call them. And let's just have each team from each division plays every team from other division, say twice or whatever, however you want to do it, whatever the schedule, however you want to break it down. You've got to play every team in every other division. Sure, I guess it could work out. And then we have the 4 champions of those divisions play for a chance to get to the college football playoff. And like, you just do that in the Big Ten, where they have 16 teams as well. You do it in the ACC, where you have 16 teams, I think, right now. It's just like, it's very simple. It has all been laid out for us before. I do understand it's all money, but like, it's crazy. The NFL has it figured out. I know that people get their panties in a wad over they're just trying to turn college football to the NFL. It's like, it's been that. It has been the NFL for 20 years. Let's actually make it a good product.
I don't even have an issue with going back to the 2 divisions, East and West, or just mixing them up. 2 8-team divisions. You play all 7 teams in your division plus 2 on the other side, and the winner of each division goes to Atlanta, or goes to rotate the day. Don't, but if you want to just make it fair, like, rotate the SEC championship between Atlanta, Tampa, Dallas, whatever, Nashville, but just. You've got to have a way to rebalance some of these schedules so that
you got
so that I like the SEC championship game. Like, people say, oh, it didn't matter. It mattered to me to win or lose. The period. Like, the helmets are on, the whistles are there, the time's on the scoreboard. It matters to me. But you've got a huge contingent of people saying the conference championships don't matter anymore. Who cares?
I mean, what was the result of that conference championship?
The result was
nothing.
Georgia became champion and Alabama went home empty-handed.
They didn't. They still have a chance to win a national championship.
Alabama went home with shame.
But they didn't, though. They're still playing.
Embarrassment.
They did not go home. They are still playing. Like, that's why I think
Alabama drove home from Atlanta to Tuscaloosa.
Alabama should have been knocked out of the college football playoffs, is so that the SEC championship is consequential. It has meaning still, but now it's that, like, that game could have been 400-0, and it wasn't like that game didn't matter. It didn't change anything. I don't know. I'm annoyed with that. So I think moving forward, it's just going to be less and less and less, and I don't know. If you got beat 28-7 and that didn't knock you out, I don't know what is at this point.
Well, Alabama went into the game with a strong resume. That's what kept them in. Metrically speaking, compared to Notre Dame, Miami, BYU, and Vandy in Texas, I guess, Alabama had the strongest resume. BYU had the second strongest resume. Notre Dame had the third. Miami had the fourth. Alabama had the first. Texas had the second.
Watch these teams. Like, watch Alabama play. They don't deserve to be in the playoff. I don't. Sure, we can talk resumes all day, but it's just watch them play football.
So that's the comparison. Is it resume or is it feel?
Well, both. You have to use both. You can say Alabama has a good resume. That's why we're considering them here. But then when we watch them play, they actually suck at football. So we're going to knock them out.
Don't. That is so overstated. They don't.
Sure. They're not elite. They're not great. They're barely good.
They had a few breaks go against them against an elite team.
They got manhandled in that game.
Offensively, yes.
They got manhandled in that game.
You didn't read my article about Georgia with the field position and the punts. How their four touchdown drives, they scored 4 times.
Yeah.
Congratulations. 6 3/4 plays, 32.5 yards average.
All of those plays happened on the football field against Alabama, though, right?
Okay.
So they manhandled Alabama. They got themselves into those situations, into those favorable situations by doing things better than Alabama did on the football field.
Because the offense got worked. The offense,
it's just like the
defense did fine.
I've heard and seen so many Alabama fans the last 3 days. Well, it just really wasn't that bad. We didn't get beat that bad. Like, yes, you did. You got murdered in Atlanta, in Bryant-Denny East. You went out and you got dog walked by Georgia. There was no question about it. There was no question as to who
after
won
the
that
Jeremy
game.
Bernard. Well, no, there's not a question. But after the Jeremy Bernard screen, you get a stop. You get another you're one Caleb Edwards. You're Caleb Edwards drop.
Candies and nuts. We'd all have a great time. Like we can go back to like
the margins are that thin, though. The margins are that
but
thin.
It's that way for every team in the country, and other teams win in those situations. Alabama does not. That's the difference.
Since when? Alabama's lost 3 games this year.
And those are your 3 chances where you could have proven yourself to be an elite football team.
The
margins are super. Okay, well then succeed on those margins.
They did at South Carolina. They did at South Carolina.
Record?
They did against Tennessee.
What is
they
Tennessee's
did
record?
against Vanderbilt. They did in Athens. In Athens.
And then what happened this time?
Georgia
Georgia made their adjustments and they killed you.
They're 1-1. It's a chess match.
It's not. It is not. Don't. We're not going to sit here and act like Alabama's 3-point victory is the same as Georgia's 28-7 dog walking.
I am going to act like that because
insane.
Alabama never trailed in that game either.
That's insane.
Alabama never trailed in that game.
That game was in question. This game was never in question.
The game wasn't in question for a while. It got back into question
for the entire second half.
It got back into question. I'll give you that.
Well, what was it? 17-7 at half. Georgia scored out of the second half to make it 17-14 or something like that.
Don't tell me that you didn't think after they got that stop, after taking it to 21-7, and they got the ball back.
Didn't change a thing for me.
All right, you can go back. You score right here. The time's still there. Everything's right there.
Did not change a thing. That game was never in question. Georgia dominated you from the moment the clock started to the end of the game.
I don't know about that entirely.
I don't know. This Alabama team doesn't pass the eye test. They're not good.
Oh, the eye test.
That's a huge part of it. Watching them play football.
All right, perfect. You're using the eye test to compare them with BYU.
BYU's bad.
Okay. To compare them with Miami. Miami's in, right? They beat Notre Dame head to head. All right. To compare them with Notre Dame. There's a debate.
Deserves that spot.
There's a debate for sure. I'll give you that. To compare them with Texas. To compare them with Vanderbilt.
Vandy probably deserves a spot.
Alabama beat them head to head. What about that, Mason? That's the comparison here. Those 5 teams are for 2 spots. And they said
Notre Dame deserved that spot.
Over Miami?
Over Alabama.
The team that didn't make it to a conference title game.
Yes.
The team
that got murdered in we're acting like Alabama went there and played a close game where it was this gritty, tough, and you lost by a field goal in the final second of the game. Like, no, you went into Atlanta and you got absolutely dog walked by Georgia on every facet of the game.
Offensively.
Every facet of the game. They put up 28 points on you. If you didn't get dominated,
they turned Kane into a desperate man and took advantage of that.
Field goals, Kane. You've done it before. Why couldn't you do it now? Because Georgia dominated you up front, and they dominated you in every single aspect of this game. It's just like I'm not going to defend this Alabama team. They do not deserve my defense. They are not good enough.
So you're going to give it to Notre Dame, who played the 45th strength of schedule.
They didn't lose 3 games.
Notre Dame, they didn't lose 3 games. Yeah, would Alabama have lost 3 games playing against Eastern West Technical
Well, they would have lost
College?
Texas A&M and Miami probably.
Okay, maybe. But then you get Purdue. All right, listen to these wins you're really excited about. Purdue, Arkansas.
Line up Alabama and Notre Dame on a football field. Who's winning that football game? Notre Dame is winning that football game. They are.
I think it's probably
Jeremiah Love is running for 300 yards.
just like Ahmad Hardy ran for 55 yards.
Notre Dame is winning that football
Just
game.
like Ahmad Hardy ran all over
Just
Alabama.
like
50-something yards after contact, his only yards of the game.
Okay. Alabama's not a good football team.
So
They're not good.
the team that
Not a good
beat
football
Arkansas.
team.
Oh, you beat Arkansas, great.
You
Boise
murdered
State.
Arkansas.
Alabama would murder Arkansas.
Would they?
Yes,
I don't think so.
Arkansas is horrific.
I don't feel confident Alabama can put 50 points on anybody.
Boise State, NC State.
Boise State was a playoff team last year.
Yeah, because they put a G5 schedule.
Still a playoff team.
G5 schedule. They took the 8th grade test and
Were
they
they
did
in
well.
the playoff, Joe? They were in the playoff.
That's last year, not this year.
Still, it's a playoff team last year. This is not terrible.
That's fine, but it's not. It's not this
Notre
year.
Dame deserved that spot over Alabama. I mean,
NC State, Southern Cal, great.
NC State is basically exactly the same as South Carolina, if not a better win.
Okay, all right. Boston College. All right, you're covering Boston College. How's that?
That one's bad.
Yeah, 25-10 against Boston College.
Mm-hmm.
Navy. Like, no,
Navy was ranked.
Thank you for your service. Pittsburgh, you beat Pitt 37-50 because Pitt said that they didn't care about the game. Pitt came out and said, we don't really care about this one. It's okay. So we're playing. Like, did Alabama play a single game this year against an opponent that didn't care about that game?
Probably.
No, bull. BS. Come on. Beat Syracuse. Beat Syracuse.
Do you genuinely think that if Alabama and Notre Dame played, Alabama would beat them? Like, actually, like if they lined up and played,
I think it's a coin flip game. I don't think it's a done deal. I think it's a coin flip game.
Okay. So then why are we pining so hard for Alabama that they are so far much better than Notre Dame that they should be in this playoff? We're talking about we are getting the 12 best teams. I don't give a damn about the resume. I want the 12 best teams in the country. Which teams are they?
Alabama played a much tougher schedule than Notre Dame.
And you lost 3 games.
And Notre Dame lost 2. Notre Dame,
2 teams that are in the playoff. Now Alabama lost to Florida State.
Notre Dame didn't beat a single playoff team.
Okay.
Alabama beat a playoff team. Did Notre Dame beat anybody that was on the bubble? Alabama beat Vanderbilt. Like, you're playing playoff competition. You lost to number 8 Oklahoma by 2 points off. Just which flute do you want to throw out there? Do you want to throw out the fumble punt for Ryan Williams? Do you want to throw out the pick 6 that they needed? Do you want to throw out the missed 26-yard field goal for Connor Talty? Do you want to talk about
call the pick 6 a fluke? That was just them being better than Alabama.
I mean, how many times did the 89-yard pick 6s happen?
It's not like you can't call it a fluke though. Like,
all right,
do you want to throw on the ball? Do you want to beat Alabama?
Do you want to throw out the 50-yard field goal that Tate Sandell made in Brian?
They have a good field goal kicker. Like, these are what good teams do.
Sure, okay, but any one of these things don't happen, and you win the game. I guess,
but
so that's
happen,
another.
And you lost. So, like, what is this argument?
The argument is
stop
Alabama
them from happening. If you're so good, Alabama, stop those things from happening.
Alabama went 7
because they're not that good.
Went 7-2 against against top 35 teams this year.
Okay,
like you played a much harder schedule.
That doesn't put them in the top 12. Like,
it doesn't put Notre Dame when they're not playing.
When you watch the teams play, I would pick Notre Dame 10 times out of 10 to beat Alabama.
Well, shoot, Alabama, Greg Byrne. We need a seed from the SEC and start scheduling Navy and Boston College and Syracuse and the worst team in the ACC like Stanford.
Go ahead. What is do that? It didn't work for Notre Dame this year. They still got left out of the playoffs.
Exactly, because when they were put under the microscope, the committee said, this resume don't stack up. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Okay. And you know what? When Alabama gets beat 21-3 in the first round of the playoff, we'll have a fun discussion about it. I just like I don't.
Stanford.
Do you really think is Alabama deserving of a playoff spot?
Yes.
I don't think for a second they are.
You have the best win in the country going to Athens and winning.
But it has been negated by a horrible loss to the same team. Like, that win means nothing.
They don't negate each other.
Yes, they do.
It's 1-1. How many times do you watch series in professional sports, right? And it's a 7-game series. And shoot, one game gets away from the other. One team gets away from the other in game 2. And dang it, we're going to.
But you know what happens by game 7? The better team wins the series.
Sure.
Georgia won this series. You beat them by 3 points, and then they beat you by 21.
How is 2 games equal a series? 2 games that are 1-1. How does that
They're
equal
not
a series?
1-1. Like that. You're being disingenuous when you say that. They are not 1-1.
You went
It is a-
to
it is a-
Athens
it
and
is an
won the game.
Absolutely dog walking by Georgia in Atlanta.
I
here.
disagree
and then
with
you
that.
barely get a win at home or in Atlanta or in Athens.
If about 3 things change right there, what happens if you don't have a block punt?
they still
on
win
Saturday.
21-7. Like,
No,
what do you
I
mean?
mean, a block punt sets them up on the 20-yard line.
That's one of their 4 touchdowns.
That's the first of their 20 of their 4
What do you-
touchdowns.
okay.
Punt
They
the
still
ball
had 3
away.
other ones.
Punt the ball away. Oh, what happens if you aren't in the position where you have to go for it on 4th and 2 on your own 12-yard line?
What if Alabama had an
Right.
elite
It
football
was-
team that could win football games?
It
We'd be having a great time.
wasn't the
Like,
dog walking that you're saying
yes,
it is,
was.
though.
They dominated you physically from beginning of the game to the end. It was 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. It was 3rd and long after 3rd and long after 3rd and long.
That's true. That part I
you
agree with.
couldn't do anything in this game.
You had 6 drops, 6 charted drops. What did Georgia do to actually
if you were
influence
good,
those
you'd
drops?
catch the ball. I don't. What are you saying? Like, if you had good receivers, you'd catch them. I don't.
I'm saying it's not as
Still bad.
it's not as big as you thought. As you
But
think
it is though, because if you were good, you would have made those plays.
Do teams not have off nights? I mean, we watch series all
what,
the
we had
time.
7 off weeks. I mean, come on, like you're being disingenuous.
No, I'm not.
Alabama got taken to court in that game.
I'm sure that I'm sure you're making my mama happy right now.
It was just it was ugly. Like there was no doubt from the beginning moment that game started.
Oh, that was doubt. You stopped that. I mean, they did nothing special on offense.
They didn't have to.
You're right, because they set up on the
so much better than you.
because they set up on the 20 dang yard line the whole
Well, then
night.
stop them. If you're so dang good, Alabama, stop them. Stop them. You couldn't once. They scored every time.
You couldn't every time.
Every time they got in there,
Look
you
at
scored.
this drive chart.
Every time they got in there, they scored.
Punt, touchdown, touchdown, punt, touchdown, punt.
Well, if you're so
touchdown.
good, they wouldn't have scored. I don't. What do you want? Like, I don't know
You
what you're.
did stop them multiple times through
But
the
if
night.
you were actually good, you would have stopped them the other 4 times. Like, what are we saying here?
I'm saying that four plays, 20 yards. I'm saying that 4. All right, you got 2 nice drives, 14 plays, 57 yards. 6 plays, 40 yards. 3 plays, 12 yards. Like, get the bleep out of here. Who cares about that?
What are we talking about? I feel like I'm going insane here. If you were actually good at football, you would have stopped them. We've seen them do it. We've seen bend don't break all year. You let teams get into the 20, and then you say, all right, let's tighten up. You hold them to a field goal. You couldn't do that against Georgia because they are that much better than you at football.
Mike Boba had Kane Wallach's number in the red zone.
This is abhorrent.
You never played a game where you thought, dang, they just got me.
That was not what this was, though.
Yes, it
Are
was.
you insane? Did you watch it? Like, did you watch the game with your eyes? You saw
I've watched
Georgia
it like 4 times now.
physically dominate Alabama.
I've watched it like
at
4
every
times
step
now.
of the way in this game. Like, you couldn't block a soul. You couldn't get enough pressure. Like, it was beginning to end. Georgia physically dominated you in this game. You did not, even for a second, put this game into question, Alabama. There was not a chance you were winning from the moment it kicked off.
That is not accurate at all.
Okay.
Both teams traded punts on the first 2 possessions.
And then what happened? Georgia won 28-7.
Georgia blocked a punt, set themselves up in
Georgia
good possession.
blocked the punt by being more physical than you and being a better football team.
Because you
Why
missed.
did Georgia block the punt, Joe? Why?
Because you missed.
Because they're better than you.
Because you missed a check at the line of scrimmage.
Because you aren't a good enough football team to do the things that you need to win these games.
So if you just make the right check.
Did Alabama get a blocked punt against Georgia? You made them punt a bunch of times. No, they did the right things to protect their punter and not make those happen.
That's fair.
It's like we can run through these. Well, if this play didn't go this way, it would have been different. It's like, no shit. Of course it would have been different if all the times Georgia scored, they didn't score. But they did. And that's what happened.
I still think it was close.
It wasn't at all. You are drunk if you think that game was close.
I haven't been drinking. I promise you that.
It's insane. That is a comical take.
200. Just look at the yardage and tell me it's not close.
I watched the game. I watched the football game. I'm not going to watch the stat, but I watched the football game.
I mean, Alabama outpassed them 212 to 157.
Means nothing. You lost the football game 28-7. You simply were not good enough.
Offensively.
Defensively
If your
as well.
offense shows up at all,
You still lose this game.
you improve your field position multiple.
Still lose this game.
by
you still
by
lose this
threefold.
game. You still lose this game probably by 2 touchdowns.
I don't know about that.
This was not. Well, if a couple plays go Alabama's way, they win. No, they suck.
No,
You showed up to Atlanta,
but the
and you went
score
to
looks
sleep
better.
on the football field.
That's true.
Like this team shouldn't be in the playoff.
Well, good thing they have a nice
I
resume.
hate it.
Good thing their resume.
I'm disgusted that this
Good
team
thing
is
their
in the
strength of record is like 6, and
I'm
their strength
disgusted. that
their
this
strength
team
of
is in the
schedule
playoffs.
is like no, their strength of schedule is 6, and their strength of record is like 9.
all that for a 3 touchdown loss in the first round of the playoff. Woo! I mean, even like let's look at the playoff. Who does this team beat? Who can this team beat in this playoff? James Madison and Tulane.
And Ole Miss, and Texas Tech,
I don't think so.
and Texas A&M.
Texas Tech's defense would.
Oh my
eat
gosh!
Alabama.
Yeah, Texas Tech's defense that has played the 54th strength of schedule.
They would eat Alabama.
Texas Tech is ripe for a first round for an upset in their first game.
Well, they got to play Oregon. I mean, it's not really an upset.
That would be an upset technically.
Okay, technically, like it's
Alabama has the 6th best strength of schedule and the 10th strength of record.
Okay.
That's why they're in this playoff. They're in the playoff. Like the next best strength of schedule and record is Texas, and the next is BYU. All right, BYU.
But
gets
what happened
screwed.
when they actually played the games on the field? You lost to Florida State. You lost to Oklahoma. And you lost again to Georgia. You got dog walked by Georgia.
But you also beat Georgia. One does not negate the other.
It does in this case because the other one was so bad. If you had lost by 3 to Georgia, we're sitting 1-1. That's great. You got us. We got you. But you got murdered by Georgia.
The final score says win and loss. 1 win, 1 loss.
We all watched the game. We all watched what happened.
That can be your perspective, and that's fine. But you never go into a game and thought, I got a good plan, and then everything you do doesn't work.
That's not what happened. Like
That's what I mean. It's fine.
That's losing. That's what happens when you're a shitty football coach. That's what happens when you have a bad game plan. That's what happens when you have a bad football team. All things Alabama has.
You probably did have a bad game plan. Like there's nothing around that.
We're not like you make
Kirby and Glenn Schumann.
Well, if the
just
world
one
had
game.
just ended on
It's
Saturday,
just
you
one
wouldn't have had to play that game, and then Alabama would be perfectly fine. It's like this is freaking ridiculous.
It's just one game though. And Alabama won that one game in September.
Where is this team trending?
Team's trending like it's
down. They are trending down, down, as low as they could be. They're worse than they ended last year.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they are not. No,
Yes,
not even
they
close.
are because they're going to go in the first round and they're going to lose to Oklahoma by worse than they lost to Michigan.
Jalen couldn't throw the ball, and we couldn't run the ball.
Can't throw the ball. Andy can't run the ball. What are you talking about? This team is worse than they've ended last year.
I don't agree with that. You got a better defense than you had last year too.
You have a much worse offense.
No,
I mean, we just watched it. We have watched it. It's been awful. Can't run the ball. Can't. When was the last time you completed a pass that was more than 20 yards?
completed a pass that was 20 yards on Saturday.
It through the air.
Third and 5 to Ryan
Through
Williams.
the air, please. Through the air, please.
Oh,
It's been ULM, Wisconsin, maybe.
no.
And I don't even know if you did it in those
Isaiah.
games.
He had a couple to Isaiah Horton against who was it? Was it Tennessee?
I guess the one against Auburn was like
Vanderbilt.
30 yards, but
Yeah, you had a couple. You had a couple to.
it doesn't happen often. You can't throw the ball. You can't run the ball. I think this team is worse right now than they were last year.
Well, we'll find out in 2 weeks, won't we?
Yes, we will when they play the best defense in the country.
Are they the best defense in the country?
Probably top 3.
Yeah. I'm going Ohio State 1. I'm going
Yeah.
Georgia 2.
I think I'd put Oklahoma over Georgia.
Maybe.
I think just because of the individuals that Oklahoma, like Mason, like I think the individuals are really good. They,
I think CJ Allen is a bad mother bleeper for Georgia.
yeah,
That's
I don't
a
disagree.
bad dude.
This matchup is not good for Alabama.
Well, we'll find out about
It's
that.
gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
So you're taking. You're
I
going
will
to
ride with
stamp
Oklahoma.
21-3.
I will stamp 21-3.
All
Pick
right.
6, punt return touchdown,
No.
and 1 touchdown from Oklahoma.
No, you're not giving up a punt return touchdown.
Yes, you are.
Another pick 6.
Mhm.
Eli Bowen again, probably.
Probably.
Oh no, Kip. What's it? Kip Lewis.
Kip Lewis.
Oh
yeah.
my
They'll
God.
pin you deep. Tile will be trying to throw you out of your own end zone there, basically.
You just got to figure out where 10 is on the field, Ty. Just wherever 10
Well,
is
he
on
can't
the
figure
field.
out where his own players are. So what makes you think he can figure out where their players are?
Keelan, save us. Austin Mack, save us. Is the fire still going in the Austin Mack camp? You got any fire over there?
No, it's been dead. I mean, I'm there. Don't get me wrong, but I have since starved to. I'm like that frozen guy on Mount Everest that they just leave there because they can't get down. I'm him.
Can we thaw you out and revive you?
We'll see. You throw Austin Mack in this game, maybe he's a difference maker. You gotta find something.
Some taller, he can see over the defense.
I was actually behind him in line at Best Buy yesterday.
Did you ask him if he was going to get to play?
No, I didn't.
Did you talk to him at all?
No,
It's okay.
I don't like to talk to
Sure.
athletes. I was
Not in public. Let them buy their.
Yeah, if they're like in a setting where they're expecting people to come say something to them, sure. But if the guy was at Best Buy making a return, I wasn't going to be like, "Hey, man,"
Most you're going to do is roll Tide.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. Nice TV. Roll
He's
Tide.
getting a new Apple Pencil. It looked like.
Okay. You
Good for
got to study. You got to study that
There we
playbook,
go.
man.
Maybe that's what it is. Kaylin told him, "Hey, buddy, you better get in the playbook. We're going to need you."
Watch this film on your iPad.
Yeah, man. I feel pretty good about a 21-3 score. Maybe 17-3, but I think you are scoring 3 points in this game.
Yikes. We're going to talk to players on Friday. So that's going to be the next time we
Play
hear
this
from
clip
these
for 'em.
guys.
Let 'em-
Just walk in the facility. You guys suck.
yeah. Let them hear it. Maybe that'll light a fire under them.
Oh, we'll see. We appreciate everybody talking and hanging out with us. We went a little longer than I expected. Oh, lots of people. Glenn Minter. Sorry, I didn't see any of these comments. Glenn Minter. GA is not really that good either. I was looking at a different.
I disagree
different
with you,
page.
Glenn Minter.
Corey,
I don't think they can win a title, but I do think they are very good.
Corey Lewis, Gaither 6, Georgia beat Alabama down in the second half. Shut Alabama down in the second half in the first game. There we go. Keep going. Shut. Okay, yeah. Try Xanax from Hollywoods. Great show, guys, from Corey Lewis. Guys, I appreciate everybody commenting. Sorry, I didn't see them right on time. You guys hanging out with us each and every day. We're going to get out of here for the day and be back with you tomorrow. We'll try to get Brax Garrison in here tomorrow to give us a quarterback's perspective on maybe what you can do to get back on track.
Just real quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
this last final just
Please.
we're a bit out, 2 weeks out or whatever from the actual games being played, but just early stages. Who you think's winning? Is it Ohio State? Did that Indiana loss mean anything in the Big Ten title game?
It meant that Ryan Day needs to look himself in the mirror and say, we need to put our gonads on the table.
That's kind of what I think.
He got outcoached. Kirk Cignetti outcoached him. Outcoached the mess out of him.
I think Ryan Day went into that game thinking we're going to do the same thing we've done all year.
Yeah,
we're going to call a vanilla game
buddy,
plan. We're going to take it easy on our guys. We're going to get to the playoff and be happy.
It's time to turn the dial up.
Yeah, I think you are correct. I'm still riding with Ohio State to win this and probably win it pretty convincingly.
I got that thrown in my face. You said they were unbeatable. And I'm like, they are if Ryan Day coaches his what's up.
That's another case where, if you watch that game, I think you saw it. You and I watched, we didn't watch it together, but we both watched the game. I saw it. You saw it.
Turn the dial up, Ryan.
Ohio State is still playing at 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. They need to crank that joker up to 10 and go on out here and win it because,
right now I'm feeling Oregon. Yeah, I'm feeling Oregon and Ohio State in the final today. And I'm feeling Ohio State winning.
I think I like Ohio State, Georgia in the final with Ohio State winning.
Well, they'll be in the semifinals.
Oh, that's right. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Then I guess I do like that because I don't think Indiana gets there.
Oklahoma's going to beat them, or Alabama in the Rose Bowl?
No. Indiana will be in the semifinal, but not in the final. I like your pick of Oregon there. I think Oregon beats Indiana in the semifinal. Ohio State beats Georgia in the semifinal. We get an Ohio State-Oregon title game.
Be fun. Be great.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Hey, that's a great uniform matchup. You get the green and yellow versus the red and scarlet and white.
Alabama's going to prove you wrong. We'll see you in the Rose Bowl, Indiana. We'll win that game.
I hope they don't. I don't want to watch this football team anymore, man. They just make me sad.
All they need is just to get a little
All
healthy.
they need is just to be an elite football team.
Just be a little
and then
healthy.
they could be really good.
Just get healthy.
All they need is to score when they get the ball, stop the other teams from scoring when they have the ball. It's that simple.
Just give me Cam Newberry back healthy.
That's not gonna
Give me
change
Josh
anything.
Cuevas back healthy.
It's not going to change
Can
anything.
I
We
get
saw
Sam
what
Miller?
happened when those guys are healthy. You still can't run the ball.
County High Wildcat, Kevin Riley, wear your damn mouthpiece and get healthy. Did you hear how he broke his jaw?
Didn't have a mouthpiece in. That's tough.
And everybody gets on to me and thinks I'm a crazy person when I talk about mouthpieces. Everybody, why is that bothering you so much? Because it's a contact sport. Put your dang mouthpiece in and get ready.
Protective equipment.
Get ready for contact.
Oh man, look,
Busted his jaw, not wearing your mouthpiece.
Yeah, I don't think any level of health really changes many of my opinions on this Alabama team, unless maybe Ty Simpson is a lot more hurt than we know, and that's why he's been playing so bad lately. And this 2 weeks drastically changes that. Sure, maybe they look a little.
He just needs to
different,
go. What are the day spas around here? He just needs to spend 2 weeks in the spas.
Oh, man.
Massage.
Do you think that any part of his like? And I don't want to call it regression because that feels like the wrong thing to say. But we'll say that just for the sake of the question. Any part of his regression is just like him getting overcoached this season. Where it's like, if they would just let him go out there and just chill a bit, everything would be fine. Kind of like what you said with Austin Mack and Keelan, where like they don't have all these preconceived things piling on them, where it's like, if you just throw them out there, they're going to be calm. Do you think maybe that's part of Ty this year, where it's like they've just given him too much because the offense has not been great otherwise with the run game and things like that? Where like they've put too much on his shoulders and now he's panicking a little bit.
A bit, yes, and I think that he's getting manipulated with a lot of eye candy. I think that these defenses have seen, hey, if I show you that I'm rushing, you're gonna check that I'm rushing, and we're really rushing from over there, buddy.
Tough.
Yeah, so I think there's a little bit of that going on.
Oklahoma's defensive game plan in this game is going to be
hellacious. 16 points. Come on, 16 points. A touchdown and 3 field goals.
I don't know that you can get it.
Connor Talty.
I don't know that you can get it.
Connor Talty special. Let's go.
I mean, I do think.
I mean, you ran the ball better against Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You burned them on the blitz a few times. Like with Josh Cuevas, perfect little burn you on the blitz.
Sure.
Like you put up 400 dang yards against this defense. 406.
But they stopped you when they needed to most.
406
got the big plays
yards.
when they needed to.
406 yards. Give me 350 and no turnovers.
I mean, I think 21 to 24 points wins this game for whoever is playing. Whoever.
Sure.
If you can get that,
just protect the dang football.
But
don't blow up on special teams, and you'd be all right.
It's a lot easier said than done.
Special teams have been horrific.
Awful.
Special teams make me want to shave my head.
It's like they just don't even. It's like they just ignore them. They just send the specialists over there, just saying, "Y'all go do your thing."
They make me want to pull my hair out and
kick
eat
around
glue.
for a minute. We'll give you a Gatorade bar, send you on your way. Like,
golly,
I don't know. I continue to be disillusioned a bit with this coaching staff. Seemingly,
a few of them.
Yeah,
there's a few specific ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've made ourselves pretty clear on that. All right, we've been going too long. We need to come back.
A bit of a thing.
No, it's okay. No, it's great. It's great. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk a lot more about this football team. We'll start getting into Arizona a little bit with Brax Garrison, and we'll bring on maybe we'll look for Hunter Decider. We'll find somebody that can talk basketball here in just a little bit as Alabama plays Arizona. We'll talk to the players on Friday. I believe there's a new baseball captain. Will Miller is going to have that on BamaCentral.com here in just a little bit. So check it out if you like Alabama baseball. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow right here on the Joe Gaither Show, Bama Central, BamaCentral.com.
Thanks for joining us on today's edition of the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central. Keep up with Joe on all his social media pages at Joe Gaither6. Subscribe, rate, and review the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and be sure to read us daily at BamaCentral.com.